everybody. Welcome in to a Friday edition of Big Guy Bets. If this is your first time, guys, welcome. If you guys do not mind, please hit that subscribe button in the bottom right-hand corner. It's a little red one. You hit the subscribe button, log in, hit that subscribe button, and know that you are going to continue to get good content, continue to get daily content, and continue to get winners, guys. That is what we're here to do. We're always here to try to find winners for you all. College baseball season is in full effect. We do have some MLB coming up. Damn, it's some early morning. But also, we do have a really good slate, guys. I won't lie to you. There's going to be quite a few games that I really do want to talk about real fast. Just a recap of yesterday, like I always do. Going over to Winnable, where you could get all my picks. I've talked about it before, but go to winnable.com/BGSbets, and you guys will be able to get all these picks delivered straight to your phone if you subscribe to my free pick plan. Now, I do have a couple new passes that I will talk about here in a second. My Thursday card, guys. These were the two plays yesterday. Texas -1.5 and Clemson on the money line were my two VIP plays out of the three games that were listed. Texas won 14-0, so that one cashed very easily. And then the Clemson money line that I gave out for free yesterday, team could be a terrorist organization. This team you can't back. This team you can't trust. This team you can't even look at with a sparkling eye. The way that team lost yesterday was one of the most painful ways to witness a loss, especially at home and coming off of 4 straight losses before that. I think they're done. I think they're cooked. I think that if you ever see Clemson at an even good price, you take the other team. This team cannot play baseball right now. Was not impressed by them in the slightest. They couldn't get shit done when it mattered the most. I was texting my friends, if I had a boner every single time they had a runner on third base and did not score, I would have at least had 7 or 8 boners. That's quite a few boners. I'm just going to go ahead and say that right now. But Clemson, they just couldn't get it done. I wanted to try to pull up that error yesterday, and I could try to pull it up. Clemson error yesterday. I don't know if I'm going to get taken down for doing this. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I can't really... I don't know, man. Just absolutely brutal. I don't want to watch anybody else's content on here. But, I mean, you guys consider it a costly fielding error by third baseman Tristan McClatty in the 10th inning on March 26th. Allowed 3 runs to score, that leading to an 8-3 loss. They're marking their 5th straight defeat. I mean, my God, man. This team can't get it done. I don't know what else you say about Clemson besides, maybe we just pack it up and either simulate to next season, or maybe you just disband the program and go all in with Dabo Swinney and, maybe you just go all into football. So, didn't really like that one, but 1-1 on the day with 3 games on. You can't really complain about it, I guess, but this is why the MLB season's nice for those midweeks, because maybe you can dabble a little bit in those. I did talk about it a little bit, but my store on Winnable right now, guys, I obviously promote my free pick plan the most. Go subscribe to that, because at least you guys get those picks for now, and I know if you guys see how much we're winning in VIP, eventually you'll come in with us at VIP. I did discount my college baseball season pass from $500 to $250 only for this weekend, so take advantage of this while you guys can. You're going to get the rest of my picks from now until June 26th. That's 3 months of picks for $250. That's an absolute steal, guys. Take advantage of that while it's available. We do have the college baseball weekend pass that starts today, 3 days of plays, and then we also do have the MLB picks and player props for $80, guys, for the month. I'm just trying it out, seeing what those MLB picks and player props end up coming out as. At least for the Fridays and Saturdays, it's a little bit harder to really dive into those, but especially in the midweeks, I will be diving into those pretty heavily. Ray, what's up, brother? Welcome in. Fuck Clemson forever. Again, we talked about that Clemson fielding error, bro. Absolutely fucking brutal. Team's an absolute dumpster fire, and that's all I really got to say about that. But honestly, guys, looking over the slate today, I was pretty excited. I'm not going to lie. And I'm only saying this because there's quite a few easy money pick'ems, ones that I really do like. I have quite a few plays that I'm definitely eyeing. They are kind of tougher games in terms of like close, I guess I should say. We have Oregon versus UC Santa Barbara, a team that we've talked at lengths on this show. A team that hasn't been playing well as of late. I mean, losing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of their last 6. That's one thing you do, and of course, these two games we were both thought we were on them, and then they win the game that we didn't, and then they get smoked here. So obviously, this is a huge spot for them to come out against a really good Oregon team and show what they kind of have. Yeah, right. Fuck Clemson, dude. That's absolutely brutal. Auburn versus Alabama. We're going to talk about this one here in a little bit. This will be what the free pick is or at least my favorite play of the day, I guess is what you could say for at least the free pick plan. I really do like this series for a certain team. Florida versus Arkansas, guys. This is the battle of the teams that I have no fucking idea what to think about. Arkansas, I love this team, but like they just don't sweep teams. They really just don't. I don't know what it is. Mississippi State, they won 2 out of 3. South Carolina, they won 2 out of 3. Stetson, they won 2 out of 4. UT Arlington, they won 2 out of 3. I mean, they have not swept a weekend series except for Xavier at the beginning of the year. And Xavier, we have came to know that is an absolute dumpster fire. So, this specific spot for Arkansas and Florida is honestly pretty big for the both of them. Florida's going into a very hostile environment. Florida could not look fucking worse as a team right now. Yes, they beat Florida State 5-0 in the midweek, but I mean, man, they looked absolutely terrible last weekend against Alabama. They're gonna have to get those bats figured out pretty quickly. Duke versus Florida State. This is another close one. I don't know what I'm going to do in this series or in this game. I really thought that I was going to be able to just kind of auto bet Florida State, but when I see Wes Mendez, he doesn't fucking face good teams. So I don't know what to think about this Florida State team right now. I think I'm just going to stay away and see what that's looking like later on. North Carolina versus Notre Dame. This one's also a close one. I think it's minus 145 for North Carolina, plus 110 for Notre Dame. Damn, I got some serious phlegm this morning. Notre Dame has a really good Friday night ace that I do like to back in certain spots. Jason DeCaro as well for North Carolina. This one again, I don't have too much in this one to say. Neither one of these teams I can trust on a daily basis, especially on a Friday. I might sit back and watch this one as a fan, but I would probably lean towards the Notre Dame Fighting Irish in that spot, to be honest with you. I don't know what it is about North Carolina. I just can't trust them. Just cannot trust them. So, Missouri versus Texas A&M. Now, this one's going to be an interesting one. I can't say too much about this one, but there's a certain side that I really do like in this one. I think both teams are a little bit under the radar in terms of oh, no, they're definitely under the radar. They're dog shit. Both of these teams are dog shit SEC teams, but enough dog shit towards one side might lean me towards another side. That's kind of what I'll say with that one. There is a team, and you have heard me talk about it lengths. You cannot trust Texas A&M for the life of you. So that's all I'll say there. I know Ray's in here. I wouldn't go watch that team if you paid me to. So fuck Texas A&M for now. And that's kind of all I really have to say about them. This is another series, guys. Tennessee versus Vandy. Two SEC teams that have been powerhouses over the past few years, and just two teams I knew at the beginning of the year I wouldn't be backing very often. Vandy looking way worse than maybe anyone would have expected, and I obviously expected this one. I just wasn't a big fan of their bullpen, and certainly not a big fan of their bats, but they do hit a lot of home runs, which, I mean, everyone likes to see the long ball. But Tennessee just ended up taking Tegan Kuhns out of their starting rotation. Very interesting situation there, because he's somebody that everybody liked on a Friday night all year, and now all of a sudden he's completely out of the rotation. They're throwing one of their middle relievers on Friday now, a solid middle reliever, but I don't know, man. This is a weird that's a weird spot. I can only look towards one way in that one, and I think I might have a VIP in this one as well, so I may stay away from saying too much more on that one. West Virginia versus Arizona State, another good series, guys. I mean, West Virginia hasn't really played anybody, so this is maybe going to be their coming out party, and that's not coming out of the closet. I'm talking like, oh, let's see how good they are. Georgia Southern, Relatively dog shit. Liberty, definitely dog shit. Kennesaw State, dog shit. Baylor's, nah. Columbia, BYU, Arizona State, however, has played Oklahoma, Tennessee, Texas A&M, Arizona. Yeah, they're not that. Those guys aren't that crazy. But TCU, Kansas State's been solid this year. So I think that Arizona State to this point in the year has been a little bit more impressive in my opinion. So definitely would like maybe a look at one of those teams I just said in a little play tomorrow. So I think I do like this Arizona State Sun Devils team tonight. So late game, West Virginia on the travel. I'm thinking we're going to be going with the Devils in that spot. Oregon State versus Mercer. I was just gonna bet my Oregon State on a Friday night with Dax Whitney. But you have to give a little bit of pause for Mercer. I mean, they're 21 and fucking 4. At some point, whether or not you're playing the Sisters of the Blind or not, you still got to win baseball games. You know what I'm saying? And this is a pretty impressive start to the season. 21 and 4. I mean, dude, they hit very fucking well. Clearly, obviously, are they playing the Sisters of the Blind? Sure. But it still is impressive, for now. And again, one thing that Mercer does that Oregon State hasn't been doing was hitting. And Oregon State's figured it out a little bit with the bats. If this team can figure it out with the bats, they're definitely a team that you can back. But that's just a little note in that one. Anything else that kind of jumps off the page? Texas, Oklahoma. This will be an interesting one. I think Cam Johnson's going today. I mean, you cannot bet anyone besides Texas right now. I mean, you really just can't. Oklahoma is a solid, fine team, but Texas is just a league of their own, man. If that team hits like they did yesterday, I don't know how many teams are gonna beat them in the country. I'm gonna be honest with you. So, anything else that kind of jumps out the page? If anyone has any questions on any of these games, please let me know. But I think I'm going to get into the free pick part of the video, which is in this Alabama versus Auburn game, guys. So. Alabama this past few games, yes, they're on a little 4-game win streak. They're high and mighty. They're feeling pretty good. They won 4 in a row and then lost 4 in a row, or lost 4 in a row and then won 4 in a row. They beat a Florida team that has not been impressive with the bats. Now they're going to be facing an Auburn team that has kind of impressed me just entirely on the year. They beat Texas on a Friday night against Ruger, so this team has the caliber of wins. It's more what they can do on the road. The last time that just sat in my craw a little bit was Missouri. They won 2-0. Missouri had a really good outing from their pitcher as well, but I just wasn't impressed by the first time I saw them go on the road in an SEC game. But SEC environments are a little bit different, especially in this one. I think they might be coming ready to play a little bit more. I talked about it in the last time that they went to Mizzou. There wasn't going to be a lot of people there, and there certainly wasn't. There's going to be a hell of a lot more in this atmosphere. But what I will say, they just faced a Texas team in a really crazy atmosphere. I think that they're a little bit more ready for this one, I guess you could say, than the last one. So I do like Auburn in this spot. Alabama, at the end of the day, guys, I just can't back this team. The last Friday night start that Fay had, he threw a no-hitter, 132 pitches, 13 strikeouts, no-hitter. You're due for regression, man. I mean, if you look at him and how he's been this year, he's been okay, but nothing crazy, you know what I'm saying? I mean, this guy looks like my uncle, you know what I'm saying? He looks like a guy that's just ready to kick it in the back with a beer and enjoy some life, you know what I'm saying? But you look at he's a strikeout guy for sure. I mean, he can definitely strike some people out, but guys, I mean, come on, what are we doing here? He's gonna throw a lot of pitches clearly, but North Florida, Kentucky, Iowa, Rhode Island, Washington State, and Florida. Teams that don't hit the ball very well, but he gave up 5 runs against Washington State. He gave up American Me Mustang. three runs here. 1 run against Iowa. Iowa's not that great. 2 against North Florida. 6 against Kentucky, a better hitting team. And then Florida. His best hitting team that he's faced all year is going to be this one. I don't see it. I don't see it in this spot for Alabama. You got to be due for regression in this spot. Auburn, coming off of a series loss, they're going to need to, this is going to be the one game that Auburn needs, because Auburn, after their ace is kind of a little bit subject in terms of what you can really trust. He's just been so lights out, man. You gotta give it to him. He's Jake Marciano. He's been absolutely great this year. I just want to go ahead and show you guys how he's been. At least these few years, or I guess this year was a transfer from Virginia Tech. I accept. My goodness. Can we get on the stats, please? Look at this, man. He's been so fucking good. 36 innings pitched, only 16 hits, 4 runs, only given up 2 home runs, and then 51 strikeouts. He's been so stellar, man. He hasn't had one game where he's given up more than 2 earned, and only a couple games where he's even given up 1. He's been an absolute stud. I love the fact that he's been in good environments against good. I mean, this Texas team can fucking hit, man. Missouri can't hit, so I'll admit that there, but even Kansas State, guys. He faced a Kansas State team that holds a .330 batting average as a team, 6 innings pitched, 2 hits, 8 Ks, and that was at Kansas State. I think this kid's built for the moment. I think that they're gonna win this game. They're minus 150 on the money line. I will be taking just the money line. I wouldn't mind taking the minus 1.5 at plus money, but I think that you just kind of take them and then you take them with a free square. I will not be giving out my free square at this time, but there is a couple games that I really do like. For those of you that know anything about free squares, or if you guys like this money line but you really feel the need to juice it down, just find another play that you really like and juice it down. But minus 150 is plenty. I'm going to be honest with you. You could do 1.5 units. I'd feel extremely comfortable with it. I think that Auburn wins this game. I think they could win it handily as well. I just always like taking the money line just because it's a little bit safer, especially on the road in a weird environment. But I wouldn't mind laying the 1.5 either, but I will be personally taking that money line against Alabama. Again, when you look at the two teams together, I love the stat. I love the hitting. I love this lineup, man. I really, really do. Bristol Carter, a guy that's been there. Chris Rembert, future MLB star. Chase Fralick, another guy that could be playing in the MLB one day. Bub Terrell, he gives me a little bit of pause sometimes, but he still can hit. Cade Bailu, I mean, this team can go on and on. As far as Alabama, man, it's Justin LeBron and then a bunch of hodgepodge guys. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. It's the best shortstop or the second best shortstop in the country, and then a bunch of guys that you're like, meh, you know what I'm saying? I mean, Justin LeBron is an absolute. I mean, 11 home runs already this year. He's insane. But the other guys are just kind of, you know. So I do like Auburn in this spot. I think that they're ready for this one. They haven't. Florida has not. Or sorry, not Florida. Alabama has not had a game yet this year where I feel like they've been in a hostile environment. So I think that they're going to be in a rude awakening for this one. I kind of take it back. I will give out one of my. I will give out one more, at least little thing. I know I've kind of said a couple things here, but truthfully, which one do I want to give out? Which one do I want to give out? I can't give out my number 1 free square, but let's go with Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech against NC State. I think they're minus 280. You just gotta back this team on Fridays, man. I mean, they haven't showed that they're gonna lose. They haven't showed any sign of turning down. This is NC State. I mean, and they're at home, man. NC State. I mean, what are we doing here, man? They beat Florida State last Friday night against Wes Mendez, but I think that Tate McKee in this spot is a little bit better. You can see once the runs start piling on, can they win in those big games against good teams? I guess we'll have to see. So I do like Georgia Tech in this spot, guys. I mean, everyone knows that I love this team with all my heart. Truly do love them. So we're gonna go ahead and take Georgia Tech in that little spot. One dog of the day, guys, just to have you look out for. I'll give you one more pick just because this week's been a little bit weird. Last week we were 8-1. or no, so yeah, 7-1 in free picks, and this week we're off to a 0-2 or 3 start. Not great. So I think what we're gonna do here is take Ole Miss on the money line against Mississippi State plus 135. Hunter Elliott on the bump. Mississippi State's losing their Friday night guy at home against a good solid team, a rivalry game, the Egg Bowl, if you will, in football. I do like Ole Miss to take them out, take them out at least tonight. Possibly the series as well, but plus 135 on the money line. I really do like Ole Miss in this spot. Hunter Elliott, I love you. You've been great to me. Continue to do so. So appreciate you all. Love you all. Best of luck in all your bets today. Enjoy MLB. Enjoy college baseball. And I will see you all in the next free live stream. Peace, guys.
See what Happy's got in the bag.
Oh, he buttered it up. Ooh. Oh, fuck. Oh. No, no, no.